Our topic for today is, would you like to share your love story? How did you meet, and how did it start? This is a super popular answer that someone posted without revealing their identity. She wasn't the first, but she'll be my last. Before I found her, I had messed around a little, and learned a thing or two. I don't want to sound crass, but I'm an honest guy who says what he means, and the truth is that while I'll always have a tender spot in my heart for my first love, I knew I needed to move on, so I started looking around. It took a while, but one day, just like that, I found her. Her name was Suzie. At least that's what I call her now, and she doesn't seem to mind. The first time I saw her, she was with a half-dozen other girls just hanging out in a dark corner in the back of some place I can barely remember now. I walked through the door, looked around a little, and then I saw them. I know this sounds cheesy, but it's true. Every single one of those girls was a looker, but I only had eyes for Suzie. Still, in situations like that I find it's usually best to play it cool, and so I did, but it wasn't easy. All I really wanted to do, right from the very first minute I saw her, was to hold her in my arms and just revel in her beauty. My God, she was lovely. It was quite a struggle, let me tell you, trying to keep my eyes off of her long enough to at least go through the motions with the others. I'll give all of them credit too. I don't believe I have ever seen so much beauty in one place before in my entire life. Every one of those girls was pretty, and they all had qualities that were different. The truth is, looking back, it's hard for me to say exactly what it was that made Suzie so special. She just truly was. It's not a thing I can really describe with words, other than to say that they were all nice. But Suzie was perfect, and I knew it right away. By the time I finally got her alone, I was already at least half in love with her. She had been quiet up until then, but when I heard her voice, I realized that she wasn't just a looker, she sounded like an angel. I told you I'm an honest guy. I'm not a bit ashamed to say that I actually got tears in my eyes, just listening to her. I was hooked. Suzie was the one for me, alright, I was sure of it, but somehow, I managed, barely, to play it cool just a little bit longer. That was, after all, the first time I had ever met her, and I knew she had me under her spell. So I resolved to make my getaway just, to clear my head and think a little, and somehow, I did. I knew I'd be back though. I thought I was being cool, but I don't think there was another soul in that place who didn't know I was a goner. I imagine they were laughing before I'd even made it to my car. And hey, that's alright, I surely won't complain. No one was laughing the second time I saw Suzie, just a few days later. When I left the place that time, I had Suzie on my arm, and I took her straight home. I'm a lucky man, and I know it. I don't deserve a girl like Suzie, and I won't pretend that I do. I love her though, and I treat her like the angel she is, and she's kind to me. I think she knows that I do my best, and she's one hell of a girl. She helps me, and I keep getting better. I waited almost 50 years before I finally decided to learn to play the banjo. I'll never be great at it, but I love to try. Suzie is my Deering Calico 5-string banjo, a lovely lady with a beautiful voice. She's such a help to me that I can't imagine how I ever got by without her.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.